Well, well, well. These are some crazy times that we're living in right now. And I want to talk about the media and I want to talk about the censorship. But again, I'm going to show my age a little bit because when I was a young boy in grade school, we didn't just have fire drills, we had atomic bomb drills, H bomb drills, where we would go down into the basement of the school because they had us scared to death that the Russians were coming. The Russians were coming. And we would ask questions as kids, like when they would show us pictures of what was going on in Russia, we would ask, wow, how can the Russian people, put up with this? How can they possibly condone these sort of actions? How can they be starving to death and not doing anything about it? Well, one of the answers was, the stock answers was that, well, there's no media, there's no freedom of speech, there's no freedom of the press in Russia. So their people don't really know what's going on. The Soviet people throughout the entire Soviet Union, not just the Russians at that time, they only knew what TASS, the one channel, the one station broadcasting out of Moscow, wanted to show them, wanted them to know. They weren't allowed to know the truth. They didn't know what we know. And I was so thinking about that lately. With all of the information that has came out, and I don't just mean in the last 3 or 4 days, I mean in the last couple of years. I mean, we know from declassified documents that the entire Russian Spygate, Trump did something wrong. We all know that was absolutely baloney. Baloney, hogwash. That's what it was. But the media continued to tell you that it was true. Russia was in collusion, in cahoots with Trump, and that's how he got elected. So he's not the rightfully elected president. Hillary should have won that election. We now know that Hillary was the source of the entire scam. And it was a scam. But why didn't we know it? Because the media ran cover. Sort of like the Russians and the people in the Soviet Union back when I was a kid. The media ran the cover so the people weren't allowed to know the truth. I honestly believe, as what I think is a reasonable, adult thinking person, that if the entire population of America were allowed to hear and see the truth with an open mind, they would be chasing Hillary and Obama around with pitchforks. They would go arrest them themselves if they were allowed to see and hear the truth. But they're not. Because if you get your news on television, you're being lied to. And guess what? I'm the truth bomber, so I'm here to give you some truth. And that is the absolute truth. Go and do your own research, GTS. Google that stuff. I know it's hard through Google. And speaking of Google, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, the purge of the truth on Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and the like. But they've just ran cover. They're censoring everything on social media. because now more bombshells, truth bombshells, have recently came out. We now know that Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, was in cahoots with Burisma in the Ukraine. We now know about his involvement in China. We know that there was a lot of money funneled to the Biden family from corrupt actors in the Ukraine, in China, and now Kazakhstan. Now that we have that laptop in our possession, and that's what started the purge of social media. Because now that those hard drives are in the possession of our government, and it has been proven that they are real. There's encrypted stuff on it. I don't understand that. But the director of national intelligence came out, and he's the one that knows, said that he's seen the documents and he's seen the hard drive, and they did not come from Russia, as Adam Schiff is out there trying to convince the American people again. And he's on the media, so unfortunately, a lot of people will think that this is just more Russian stuff. But I got news for you. What has transpired since the last election is a coup against our government. What has transpired since the last election is a bunch of phonied up investigations, lies. Congress people have lied to the media, have lied to the public. Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Strzok, Page, all of them have lied under oath, and their day is coming. But we, as Americans, have to rise up. We have to seek the truth. Don't believe what anybody tells you. Do your own homework. Don't allow yourself or ourselves to be like the Soviet Union people were back then when they didn't have a free press. Right now, they have more free media than we do. People in Europe are getting more truth than our media is telling us. That's criminal. Come on. What is on Hunter Biden's laptop, along with what was released week before last from the entire administration about Obama, about SEAL Team 6, about OBL, and where he was being kept. That stuff is all being kept under wraps, and you don't know it if you're watching television, getting your news from it. But I'm just so shocked that, 60 years ago, they were telling me as a 10, 11-year-old kid that the reason that the Russian people weren't rising up against their government was because they just didn't know, because they didn't have a free press and they didn't have free media. Well, you know what? It's time for us, America, to rise up. It is time that we demand that the censorship of media stop. We demand the truth. And if enough of us come together, write your congressman, write your senator, and speaking of congressmen and senators, vote. Vote in person if you can. Vote early if you can, but get out there and vote. Personally, I vote for pro-America, pro-Constitution, pro-life, pro-peace. That's what I vote for. Vote for the candidates that give you what your heart desires. And I'm for all life, protecting all life. That includes not sending our young men and women off to stupid, foolish wars. Bring them home. As far as I'm concerned, that's the best thing that we can do for our veterans. Don't send them to war. It's magnificent, the health care that they're now getting that they've deserved forever. They're getting the respect that they have deserved forever, that they have the right to try, that so many things are finally being given to our veterans. We cannot do enough for our veterans. But as far as I'm concerned, the best thing we can do is don't send them off to war. That's how we protect our lives. Now, I couldn't help it. I just had to get on here and tell everybody that you know, shut your TVs off. I can tell you right now that all of the truth channels on YouTube and the like were all purged last week. Red Pill 78, X22 report, SGT report, Methods is now taken down. Praying Medic is taken down. Woke Societies is taken down. Every place that was telling us the truth, that was showing declassified documents, has now been taken down off YouTube and Twitter. Now, I guess I haven't spoken enough truth and I haven't stepped on enough toes because I'm still here on YouTube. But I'm also on Clout Hub. You can find me on Clout Hub at Rick-Truthbomber24. Rick-Truthbomber24. You can email me. Yeah, you can email me too, I guess. You can email me at truthbomber24@gmail.com. I will be happy to private message you any and all information that you want. But it's time to rise up. It's time to demand the truth. It's time to seek the truth. Seek is a verb. It's an action word. So if you want the truth, you got to go get it. Don't eat any more of this mainstream media garbage. Someday I'll tell you about the Mockingbird media, and then you'll understand. But for now, we need to seek the truth. We need to understand how there's more manipulation going on right now. We're 2 weeks from the most important election of your lifetime because these people that have been raping and pillaging our own country are trying to now take over our country for the coup de grace. If you like socialism, well, you know who to vote for. If you like freedom and capitalism, vote for Donald J. Trump. If you're in the Toledo area, I urge you to vote for Rob Weber for Congress. We need to get rid of Marcy Kaptur. Marcy is not pro-life. Rob Weber is. Marcy has done nothing but allow Toledo, Ohio to become a hub, a shameful hub of human trafficking. Rob Weber has made that his #1 campaign issue and will raise that issue in Congress. No one in Congress dares speak the word human trafficking. Rob Weber will. Rob Weber wants to keep our pristine environment on the lake. Marcy Kaptur wants to put hundreds of windmills out there. So make sure that you vote. Vote your conscience, but vote. With that, I'm actually going to just only one more time remind you, I'm the truth bomber. I will only tell you that which I can back up. And I'm asking you right now, please follow me. Share this video. Like it. Share it. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, subscribe to. It's free. But I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I can start going live on any of the channels. So please, have a blessed day. God bless you. And God bless America. Peace. I'm out.